Good morning people, it is day 11 of creating one graphic per day for 30 days. In today's video I'm gonna show you how to create this design. Let's get started. So to start this design here, I started by generating a random word from a word online generator. The word is evolution, so I'm going to create a design with evolution. Let's get started. Here we are in Photoshop. So my main idea of when I think of evolution is evolution related to animals, and when I think of animals I wanted definitely to include butterflies in this design, or in general in one design for this 30-day challenge. So why not include it today in this graphic here? So what I'm going to do is create a pedigree chart, let's say, for the different families in the butterfly genre. So I will put all the different types of butterfly and groups, and this will be only one slight and small part of this design. I think I will put it on a side a little bit small, but this will be the more scientific part of this design, since I will be adding all this other info in Wikipedia. So how I'm doing this part of the graphic here is that I'm basically just copying down the graph that I found on Wikipedia, even the actual photo of the butterfly of that specific group. I will just ignore the part of the butterflies related to the unaesthetical butterflies, which are the flies, which are a little bit I don't like them, and I don't want to put here a photo in this graphic here. So I will just put the most nice butterflies of them all. There are a ton of butterflies in each group that I really like, and I think I will definitely create in the future other designs with these butterflies, because just the texture and pattern over the butterfly is just amazing. And this is a really complex design. I will be doing a complex design, but another thing that I wanted to do instead of doing this was to just add the drawings of the butterflies, which are really cool and which will need to be made in another separate design. So if I have the chance to create another thing related with the butterflies, I will use the drawings of the butterflies, since they are amazing. So here I'm just finishing up the different types of the butterflies in this pedigree chart, and now it's time just to focus on adding other types, of course, because there are really a lot of types of butterflies. I'm just selecting the most beautiful butterflies, if it makes sense. Otherwise it wouldn't be a graphic if I put bad butterflies. Here my initial idea was just to use this as a final design, but as you might imagine, it's not streetwear. By the way, here I'm just completing the other parts, the other type of families and subtopic for the butterflies. I discovered with this graphic that there are really a ton of species of butterflies all around the world, and so this graphic here also connects with my brand name, so Global Mind Studios, something global. Even my logo is like a globe, and so the globe has butterflies in every part of the continent rather than Antarctica, of course, and so I really do appreciate using the butterfly. Here I just put it on a mock-up, and you can just see it's not streetwear, it's just boring. I mean, it's cool, yeah, but I don't like it. So I decided to get the most beautiful butterfly of them all, which is my first butterfly, so this yellow one here, and I'm gonna put the word for this challenge, so evolution, in the back. I will just stretch it a bit and add a white background and the opposite color of the butterfly, so blue, light blue. Now I will just customize a bit and add some filters over the image of the butterfly. The main filter that I will add is to add a little bit of yellowish color over it and the grunge texture. Now it's time to add some stamps of this butterfly here. At the start I wanted just to create my own stamp, but then I realized that wow, this butterfly here is really cool and has been used in these stamps here in America, in the US, so I'm just gonna use them. The sides of these stamps are not that cool, so I will need to adapt these stamps over my own layout of the stamps. I don't know if it makes sense, but it's just better and more crisp if I do so. I really like these stamps here since they're a little bit vintage, and they're really cool and could be again another graphic only for these stamps, so it's a ton of inspiration. I'm gonna use even this other stamp here, but most importantly, I will use these other photos of the same type of butterfly just to show the evolution, since I've seen while searching about this butterfly here that it adapts in different environments, and by doing so it will change parts of the texture on the wings. And so I really find it fascinating, and it really makes sense to create a graphic with this butterfly with the theme of evolution. So this butterfly here is mainly in the US, if I'm not mistaken, and in each part of the US it's a little bit different, and so I really find it again fascinating. I think I will put the different types of the same butterfly in the bottom part of the bigger butterfly, just because I think it's a better place to put them. I'm just moving around everything and make it look perfect. As you can see now is a little bit okay, it's nice like that. I firstly wanted to include even the different text from the butterfly vintage photo, but they didn't fit very well, this graphic, so then I decided to remove them since they were a little bit messy. Now it's time to focus on the concept of evolution and the butterfly. So the thing that I mostly cut out on this video here is the actual research behind this design. So here I'm just gonna show you a little bit of research that I did. I just put some text which is strictly summarized by me in the bottom part, and then added this text here with a monument extended font and a really curved font only for the capital letters to make it more chic and modern and nice. Now here I was playing around with the left part, but then I will be adding the pedigree chart that we did at the start of this video. Here I just decided to create the other postcard stamp, since before I thought it was not that good to include it, but I really like it, so I will add it as well near the other one, just because I like it since it's vintage. And I think that we are mainly done. For the last things that we're going to do, I think my logo could suit very well this graphic. My logo with the same let's say texture of the actual butterfly would look sick on the left part, so I just messed around with a bit the shades, the color and the texture, but as you can see it was cool but not that cool. So I just played again around with this other type of text that included two fonts, but it was nice for the middle text, but for my brand name it's not that good. So now it's time to add the pedigree chart on the left side just to conclude the final design. I was a little bit worried that by including the pedigree chart it looked too cramped up and too scientific, but I really like how it came out, so that's a plus. And that's pretty much it, I think. As you can see, I really like it. The text is a little bit difficult to see and to read, but the meaning, I just decided to put it because not for the scientific and reading purpose, but just for the visual purpose. So here's the final result. Here are the 3 criterion that I'm going to use to grade this design here. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you tomorrow with a new video. Stay creative. Bye bye.